Hello. Hello,
Hey,
hello, hello, y'all.
what's
Welcome
going
to
on?
another brand new episode of Shelby's World Podcast with Queen C and I. It is Wednesday, February 17th, and we are happy to be here. If you
Yeah.
all can hear all that congestion in my throat, it's almost gone. What's up, Queen?
What's going on, Queen?
How you doing today?
Chilling. I'm good, man. Blessed. I'm good. I'm good. I'm real good. I
Well,
missed
we
y'all
happy.
last week, but they
So,
won
Queen, let them
district.
know what happened. Yes, let them
Yes, they
know.
won. They won district. So now they in regional. So this we got this week. So I thought, if I'm not mistaken, from when I was in school, after this week, if they win, then that's state. So come on, baby rattler, boys and girls. Come on, baby rattlers, boys and girls. Like so, big up to my alma mater. But we was
All
FAMU high.
right.
We was FAMU high, not FAMU DRS. But you know, we all there.
That's
But
right.
yeah, so they did win district. They did. Hey,
Well, we are happy to hear that. If y'all tuned in last week, I was on alone because it was a quick show too, very quick. But because I we always said that the rule is if not, neither one of us are both if both of us can't be present, then there's not a show. But Queen had a last minute cancellation and it was kind of too late to cancel.
yeah,
So I went ahead and tried to come on and do positive quotes for that day and give like pass off good vibes. And y'all, I was coming down with a terrible sinus infection. Um, it ate me alive. I thought I was gonna die.
ah,
So
no, Queen.
I did. So I'm happy to be back. I'm happy Queen back because y'all it feel real empty and lonely trying to do a show by yourself. And then our camaraderies from our Freedom Train hit me up in the group chat and was like, "Shell, something was wrong today. You was off." And I was like,
And you,
"So,
I can't with them in the chat. I cannot with them in the chat. I cannot.
girl," and you try to be like, "Yeah, it was bad," and I was trying to give the justification, and then woke up the next morning. I'm like, "Oh, this why?" Like my aura was off. Everything was off because I
Everything is
felt it.
wrong.
Yeah, so I'm just happy that things are getting back to normal and that we're back to you all today. Like I'm happy for us to be back in the studio doing or in our virtual live
Virtual
studio doing
live
our virtual show.
studio in the comfort of your own home.
In the comfort. You don't have to go anywhere. You can chill,
Listen,
sip your wine, and since I'm sick, ain't no wine sipping for me.
we ain't got no
But
wine today.
sip your wine, chill, relax, do what you do, and all of those things. So today we're gonna get into episode 63, and our show today is called "Matching Your Standards." Um, is that somebody? Oh, there she goes. She on there. Your homie on here.
Oh,
Savon on
Siobhan.
here. She tuning in. Yes, she
She
tuning
said
in
she was
live. Hey,
gonna tune
girl.
in. She did. Hey.
Hey. Hi, Queen. So, but again, we're excited to be back, as a whole unit today. So thank y'all for joining in,
Yeah.
tuning in. And we appreciate y'all for like sticking with us, even when we have to step out and handle our life events.
Yeah.
I if to yesterday was my daughter's first game for softball and it ended up being canceled and rescheduled to today, but it just got rescheduled at the last minute. Otherwise, if it had been rescheduled in a timely manner, we would have had 2 weeks back to back, almost with no shows, because
Mhm.
I would have had to go to that first game. But like today, I'm feeling real unmotherly. I know she understand, but feeling really unmotherly because I'm not at her first game
That's
today.
her first game.
So
Yeah.
I gave her all the well wishes. I hope my baby and them do good. Play your heart out. Go Rickers Raiders, ladies,
Go
Rickers
ahead,
team,
Rickers. Come on,
varsity.
softball.
Woo! Let's do it.
That's good though. That's good. Playing those kids doing sports and stuff. That's real good, and it keep them healthy.
And
Keep them
busy.
active. Yeah, and busy. Very
Definitely out the
busy
way.
with
Definitely out
games,
the way.
practice, all of that. Yeah. But
Yeah.
I love to see those kids out there playing and stuff. It's a joy to see.
Yes, ma'am. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into the show, y'all. We got our quote of the day. The quote of the day is, "If the feelings are mutual, the effort will be equal."
That's true. That's
Sadida
true.
Patel is the
That's
author of
true.
that quote. What you got to say about that, Queen?
That's true. That is true. It won't feel like, oh, I'm giving more and you giving less.
Right.
We on even ground.
That's right.
We on
That's
even
right.
ground. So
That's
yeah,
right.
yes. I'm trying to figure out like what the fact gonna be called with with the quote, like what the fact gonna be. But that's true
Well,
though.
the fact of the day is, it's kind of it's kind of just being kind of demographic with it, because I just went on Webster's and was like, since our show today is about standards, and how, and our show really today is all three of our topics are all on the line of standards. So
Hmm.
anytime I kind of, come write up the show for the day, I try to make it to where everything kind of flows together. And this is no different. So we're kind of gonna be talking about different levels of standards today. So the fact of today is, a level of quality or attainment is the defining mechanism of a standard. And again, a level of quality or attainment is defining is the defining mechanism of standards. And I think that applies in several different reasons, in several different instances. Because for one, if we're saying our quote of the day, if the feelings are mutual, the efforts will be equal, then your level or quality for that particular effort is going to match your partners. So
Hmm.
your reaching is not going to be higher than their reaching, and their reaching is not going to be higher than yours. Maybe y'all drive might be a little different, and somebody might go harder at one particular effort than the other one, but your levels of things should definitely balance each other out.
Balance each other out. Yeah,
So the fact of the day is clearly from Webster's dictionary, but our quote of the day is from Sadida Patel. And I really like that. If the feelings are mutual, the effort will be equal.
that would
I
be.
really like that.
That's
Um
true.
I think that if we continue to put just as much into people as they pour into us, or if
Hmm.
they're pouring into us as much as we're pouring into them, we'll have a better result. What you
We
think,
will.
Queen?
That's true. It's true, and I like that quote. I really do like that quote.
Yes. So we I want to give I want some men to tune in today to our show, y'all, because we got the type of show where, women definitely we have our opinions about a certain level of things, but I
That's
also think
true.
that but I also think that women bring a really good men bring a really good conversation piece to the table as well. So with this conversation on standards today, I want to hear from all sides. Even if you don't tune in too much, you could just um, drop your comment and leave. But let us know
Let us
what
know.
you think about
Yeah,
that particular topic. So our first topic of the day is matching your standards. And so an idea or thing used as a measure, a norm, or a model in comparative evaluations is the definition of a standard as well. So, with that being said, if your idea of having high standards is you got a good job, you got a house, you got
you
a
making six
degree,
figures.
you're making six figures, and you think that all of that should make your standards at the top, then you meet somebody who has the same stuff as you, and you look over them because they haven't, that you might make six figures, they might make five,
Five.
or or they don't make $1 million versus you making 500,000. and you're looking for somebody that has $1 million bracket and you only made $500,000, or you looking for somebody who got an $80,000 bracket and you only bringing 40,000 to the table.
True.
So, should our standards be based on
Economic.
an economic boost or what you can bring to that other person, or should your standards be equal and in line to what the other person that you're seeking has? What you think, Quinn?
Hmm. Wow. Like that standard. See what you just said. I always said like you can't be asking somebody to be buying you a handbag that's $1,000 and some, and you can't even afford the handbag yourself. So it ain't nothing wrong with you want somebody that make more than you, because we all trying to reach to the we all trying to go to the top and get where we trying to go. Now I get that. That's that little boost that we all be looking for at times. But what else you bringing to the table?
Yeah.
Like what else you bringing to the table? Not cause some people marry for money. Some people do. But what else you bringing to the table? Because you got to be able to bring more than that than what you actually like, what you making or what you expect that person to make. Now, if that's the first thing on your list, you might need to rethink your standard list that you're looking for if you're single. Because to me, that's important, but that's not the most important.
So what do you feel is a quality way to standardize what you seek based on the Webster's definition that an idea or thing used as a measure, norm, or model in comparative evaluations is a standard, or whether or not a level of quality or attainment matches the other person's standards. Like, do you feel, based on how you just described your response, that people should look for what a partner that has what they have so that they can build together and get more, or that you should seek more and hope that the
And
person
you
just accept you for what
and
you bring to the table?
and that
Like,
you can gain more.
right.
It depends on. Really, it depends on the person. More like me, I'm probably the one that's gonna, okay, we at equal level, we at an equal playing field. Let's build off what both of us got and we can build this together.
But
Let's see
that's
what
a
we can do together.
and that would be an answer from a woman who's already attaining her own. So
Yeah.
because you're already in the midst of attaining your shit, you don't have to have nobody there to help you. It's I enjoy having somebody to reciprocate these things too and with to grow together. So you don't mind building with your partner. But
Mm-mm.
I'm with Shaban as well. She says we should be building together, and I think that's a quality statement as well. But I think that even in my younger days, before I became a woman who attained all my own things, because regardless of the fact, I always worked, I always had my own. I never
Mm-hmm.
looked for handouts, but I back in the day, I didn't want a man who ain't got. If you broke it in me, I don't want you. Did that mean that my standards were set too high, or
No,
did I feel like I was
no,
gonna be having to take care of you?
mm-mm, mm-mm. That no, because
But
I had
women,
a
but men
friend
are
that
willing to do that. Men are willing to date women
yeah,
who have absolutely nothing and complain later about
but
this
women,
woman.
but we got a lot of women they don't mind doing that either.
I know.
We got a lot of women don't mind doing that either.
Now, why is that so socially acceptable now that
Cause
people don't
that
mind
used to
taking
be
care of
acceptable.
people? That was you never. I mean, and it's always been. It's all, and we're not saying that it's written somewhere that it should be where the woman stay home,
No, we ain't
to
saying
take
that.
care of the
We ain't saying
kids.
that now. We ain't
We're not
saying that.
saying that.
Because it
We're
is
not.
some relationships that the man is home taking care of the kids and she makes the money. That's but and like I said, it's to each his own too though. Because
And it matters.
that might work for
Situations
them.
vary.
Yeah,
Right.
that might work
Situations
for them,
vary.
but you know me, I always say two incomes better than one. And if I got 4, 5, you got 4, 5 too, baby. We in
We
there.
in there.
We
Uh,
in
uh,
we can really make some things happen.
a good
But
source of income from your partner and you. Because I saw a post earlier today that said on Facebook. This is my first day back on Facebook too, and it said that is it okay, women? Would you date a man who works from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. um every day? Would that be acceptable for you? And my comment, because I didn't even read the other comments,
uh-huh.
but my comment was, "Is this for real? Is this a real question?" And I asked, "Was this a real question?" Because I need to know the situation. I need
That
before I
part.
can
Where
answer
you
this.
work at?
I need, what you doing? And not only that, what is the woman bringing to the table that this man got to work 12 hours every day? So
But
so
that's more. That you said 8. Did you say 8 to 10?
8 to 10. So that's 12 hours. That's 8 to 8. No, yeah, that's 10 hours.
No,
Eight to eight.
that's a little bit more than 12. That's about 13, 14. Well, they might take an hour break.
Yeah, that's 14 hours. Cause eight to
Yeah,
eight is 12.
14.
Okay, so we talking about this man working 14 hours every day. And my question is, what is the woman doing that her man have to work 14 hours a day? Because at some point, we finna start missing each other. You not there. I'm lonely. He working so much to when he home, he not in the midst of want to do nothing.
Cause
So
he
I don't
tired. He
think
tired. Cause he got to get
he's
back up
tired.
and go to work the next morning.
So I don't see that as being an acceptable situation because
Mm-mm.
and his point, what the guy's point was, because I guess he had to answer the question. He said because women tend to get lonely and they need people around and they need attention. So that's why you worry about it, because of the attention. And so I'm like, what's up with the morals these days? Like we lacked to where that women are not supposed to be just as dedicated to the home as men, or
Mm-mm.
men are not supposed, like what's happening to where once one person is carrying most of the weight? That sounds like back in the 30s when the
Me and a
um
friend was talking about this over the weekend, and he was like, the men on his job act like they be wanting to stay home. They work 12-hour shifts, and he was like, these jokers act like they don't be wanting to leave. Like they be like, man, we got, if they get off early, it be like, man, like they don't want to be on. He was like, shoot, I like going home. I like the people that live in the house with me. And I said to him before he finished, I was like, that means they don't like going home. I
they
said,
don't
their
like going
house is
home.
miserable.
They don't like going home. So if
And
you
that
work,
way
if you
he was like, Candace, he was like, Candace, that's what I said. He said, I told them, man, that means y'all don't like the hell y'all going home to. I was like, well, are they married? He was like, hell yeah, they married. I say that they don't like going. I say, and that people always said that. It's some people they don't want, they'll work hard and don't mind working, because some of them they not happy at home and don't like to be at home with the people that they live with.
now, that's another standard question. What have you guys set yourself up for to where you want to work so much to not even come home, and your wife okay with that?
What's going on with her? What she
I
got
want to
going on
know.
that she okay with it?
I want to know. I'm very much so interested because that was because like I said, I need to hear the facts as to why that question was being asked, because I can't just be told that a person now, because I'm working all these hours, they tripping because they lonely and they need attention. And so my question is she, because if the one, if okay, because being a stay at home mom is a job
It's a
in its
job in
own
itself.
in itself. And then think about the women who have to be moms. As soon as you get off work, you go straight into mother, having to do all the motherly things, and that's from the time you get off
Mhm,
all the way until the
mhm,
time you go to bed. So you playing two roles. You taking care of the kids and you going to work. And then
mhm.
when you get home, when that man get home every night at 12 o'clock, You sleep. Y'all ain't having sex no more.
Ain't no love. It ain't no sexual chemistry, love making, touching, none of that going on. Like, baby, for me, I can't live like that.
I'm not going to. Oh,
That part,
mm,
that part, like I
I
don't know,
don't get that.
but you know, I think about I was watching one of the commentators on YouTube, and they was talking about these chicks that date these industry guys and that date these ball players and most of these rappers.
Hmm.
And he was just like, y'all be dating these dudes, trying to have their babies and all of that, and y'all then you turn around when you find out that he done cheated on you or something, then you gonna be mad, but then you still there. You know the reason why you was going after him in the first place. And I was just like, okay. But he was just going on and on. And it was like one of the girls, something he was saying was like she had standards. He was like, you ain't had too many standards when you started when you knew he was cheating, because you probably ended up getting with him when he was with somebody else in the first place.
And that's how most of the time it be. And I don't know. I just was thinking that sometimes women, men, whoever that partner is, tend to set themselves up for things that they can't provide. I
Yes,
don't. When
yes.
if we're gonna be dating and in these relationships, I don't need you to come to the table talk about I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and then
Hmm.
and then I'm not willing to reciprocate that, but I'm willing to take it. I think that's totally unfair. I think that
That is
we
unfair.
I just don't believe in being able to accept. I
Man,
don't know. I'm just
because these ladies, look here, Queen. You know, we probably and we know people that got this list of all of these qualifications that they want a brother to have. And out of that list, if they got, and I done heard some people talking about they got a list. I'm talking about like 50. Like what you got to write down that's fit that you got 50 requests. What what? And you got all of these standards, and you actually you probably really missing out on the one that you're supposed to really be with because you got
correct.
all of these standards.
Correct.
But and one of my another one of my friends I went to school with, we had this conversation, and he was like he kind of felt bad because he was like, I don't want to date no chick that got kids, Candy. I was like, dog, you don't have to date no chick that got kids. If you feel like
Mm-mm.
you don't want to deal with a lady that has kids because you have to deal with you have to deal with that man. Man, you ain't hurt nobody's feelings. You saving yourself and whoever else from the heartache.
Yeah, and you put your and now you're and you by putting that out there up front, that saves a
A
lot of
lot, a
issues.
lot of
A lot
issues.
of issues. Saves a
A
lot of
lot.
issues.
But he was like, man, I was like, but look here, don't be feeling bad. If that's what you want, look, that's what you get. You don't got to be dealing with nobody that he said, man, but everybody can. Every time, every chick, they got kids. He said, but I don't want to have to deal with that. You ain't got to.
And you ain't got to. And keep that in mind when a person has the same choice to decide how she want to date you.
That part too.
That's
That
all I
part
got to
too.
say. I mean, because you have a right to be able to state what you accept and what you won't accept. That's the truth indeed. Nobody can tell you you are wrong based on the set of standards you put out there for yourself. But do not forget that those same people that you're willing to not date and you willing to not deal with may have been the type of people that declined your mom for being a single mom, may have been the same type of
That's
people
true.
that made your parents miss out on, or that other man miss out on having a good woman in their life because of the fact that they didn't want to date somebody who already had kids. Now, your preferences are strictly your preferences. I I would never dog somebody about their preferences. I think
Yes.
that we all have choices for a reason. But I do want people to remember when you put these, because you don't have to put on social media what your choices are, and that's what the issues are becoming now. You're not waiting until you're dating people to see um, if you're really interested in a person for who they are. You putting up a status of saying, I don't want to date this type, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. And then
Mm-hmm.
upset when people comment on it. Wait till you go
You
out on
can't
that
be
date.
upset if you didn't. You can't be upset if somebody didn't comment on it when you didn't posted it. How, like you, somebody gonna have an opinion. That and
If you
you
don't want
posted
nobody to say
for
nothing about
somebody to
your
have an
opinion,
opinion.
if you
That's
don't
why
want
you
nobody to say
post.
nothing about your opinion, don't post it.
That was stupid. Whoever did that.
People, that's a constant thing. I noticed that on social media all the time, where people post things asking for how you think this, and then when somebody say something you don't like, oh, they hating, or that's
Nobody
what
ain't
it.
hating.
That hating thing is a problem for me because it's as if we're not entitled to our own opinions,
You
and when we
asked for my
speak,
opinion when you posted the question.
you definitely did. You definitely did.
Unless
So
you just want some attention. That's why you posting questions because you
that
just want
that
some attention.
that
That
part,
narcissistic stuff.
that part, that part.
I tell you, boy, that social media.
It be
Mm,
something else. It be something
mm.
else.
You know, ever since I did my 12 days off, I've been on there, but I haven't been on there.
Me either. And I like taking my time with going back on there when I want to. I don't have to go on there. I really don't even like Facebook that much no more. I really close my Facebook down, but it's so many business purposes, and then I be feeling like, hey man, I ain't giving my motivation. I ain't saying encouraging words. People kind of
Hmm.
get used to seeing that sometimes. But then that's why I just take my breaks versus just giving it up completely. I just take a couple weeks off or something. After the day, I probably won't be back on there until we have another show. That's really how I'm gonna start doing
Yeah,
pacing myself out on the days we have shows, so I can kind of like advertise it, push the YouTube page and stuff like that. But that's a standard that I'm placing for myself so that I don't have to be caught up in what people posting, because I do care about what they say, but I don't go down my timeline like that either. If it don't
yeah,
just pop up right there for me to see right then, I'm gonna miss it. So I want to use it for our platform continuously, and continue to go in there and say little motivational things, but on Wednesdays,
yeah. Yeah, you
cause
have to take a break though. You got to. You have to
yeah.
take a break. It'd be too much. It'd be really too much. All right, Queen. Next topic.
Next topic. Next topic. Are you truly celibate if you're still playing with sex toys?
H no.
H, no. Now tell us why, Queen. Why do people?
How?
Why are you
Because
not?
you accidents, nothing, nada, da. You still get stimulated.
So what are they using toys?
They using their hand.
So if
You
they're using
still
the
get stim, but you
okay,
still
so that's what
get
I wanted.
stimulated.
That's why I asked that. I want to know. I want to know. Is it just masturbation, period, that makes it a problem if you celibate versus whether or not are you using toys? Because you could still masturbate and not use toys and not penetrate yourself.
That's
But
true.
if it's masturbation that it is that's gonna create the non-celibacy, then I agree with you. But
All of it.
if a person, I think that if a person ain't being penetrated, it's not sex.
I don't know,
But I
Queen.
don't know. But I ain't never been. I have never just said I'm taking a vow of celibacy before, so I don't
Yeah,
really know what it means to do that. But let me see if I can look up something to see when you.
it's a cleansing of everything, body, mind, all of that.
Okay, because I want to. I'm really interested to know, and when because I've heard several people say that they're celibate, and
Hmm.
I've never questioned the level of celibacy. I just feel like if you celibate, you're not sexual.
Hmm.
So I would think that that's masturbation or anything. So now but this celibacy and the in the Oxford definition term is the state of abstaining from marriage and sexual relations. Um, that sounds like even if you in marriage, you don't supposed to be that they telling you got you could be celibate in marriage. If you celibate in marriage,
Now,
you finna
now, if
get a
you celibate
divorce.
in marriage, you need to go take your, you need to go
You finna get a divorce.
like try to celibate in marriage. Come on, man.
You finna get a divorce.
That's why some
So
get married.
right, so that they can go ahead and do that.
Yeah, like,
Um,
but
it
you right
says
out there
that
telling that man or that woman that you married to that you ain't giving them none.
I'm being celibate this week.
Now, I do know people that, married couples that's in relationships that one might go on a spiritual fast and be like, okay, we not sleeping together for da 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 because I'm going on this
Nuh-uh,
fast.
we got to do spiritual fast together. If you doing it by yourself, that means we're not one.
That's true too.
That I
But
mean, because you're not finna put me on no spiritual fast that I ain't ready to be on. For one, talk that we need to be in the same. We need to be
same
on one
element
accord.
on one accord.
But if not only just that, if you go on a spiritual fast and I support you going on that fast, what I'm supposed to do for that week? This not your period week. I give you your period week to cleanse your body. Now, if that's I can as a woman and
Yeah,
as a married couple, I'm not supposed to be told for a whole week I can't touch my wife or my husband because
nah,
you on a spiritual cleanse. We should be on one accord on that spiritual cleanse together.
we should be doing it together.
I don't see how somebody doing it separate is helping the marriage.
But what about the single couples?
The
What
single
about
couples, a
well,
single couple
I'm
can
talking
do
about
whatever the
not
hell they
single,
want to
not
do.
single. I meant the ones that's dating.
They can do
That's
whatever the hell because I have no full commitment to you yet.
right.
So if I go on a fast, I'm gonna let you know I'm taking going on a fast. That's all I can do with you for
Mhm.
you. I don't need your permission. Then I don't even need you to agree. But
You
in
just
a
know I'm going on
marriage,
this fast.
that's it. Now, what you choose to do outside of that, and you decide not to tell me, and it affects me later, then we got a problem. But if we're just dating and we haven't had a commitment to where we're saying like, if I go on a fast, you can't talk to nobody else. If we seriously together like that while we date, I expect you to respect my decision. But
Yes.
if y'all dating other people, that man gonna do something during that week. Trust me.
Or that female.
Or that female. Or that female. So you can't have marital expectations for a couple that a man you just date, but you can have but you do have to respect your husband in marriage or your
Oh yeah,
partner
most
in
definitely.
marriage.
Your partner in marriage, most
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah. You can't just be like I'm taking a just going on a fast, and then that man, he coming there every night. And then you going on a fast, and you in there
Look,
sleeping in your same
your
nice sleep
same
clothes.
negligee and sleep clothes.
Yeah, what you
So
doing?
you
That
need
is
not
not
coming there with you some with a full thermal on and all of that stuff, long sleeves. Look, come in there with your stripes and stuff on, baby, and then have your own blanket and sleep on top of the quilt.
Now,
Crazy.
it says that the true meaning of celibacy is a voluntary vow of sexual abstinence. In some cases, it can also be a promise to remain unmarried. Some people abstain from all sexual activity, including penetrative and non-penetrative sex, while others engage in things like outer course, meaning blowjobs and oral.
Hmm. I say this: if you're gonna do it, just you know what? To
Everything
each
supposed
his
to be.
own. To each his own.
Well, then, if it is to each his own, then that's not real celibacy.
Mm-mm,
You
mm-mm.
really just taking a vow of non-penetration for the week. Just say that
That's
versus.
it. That I'm celibate. I'm celibate, but I go get my stuff when I want
Exactly,
to. You know
exactly.
what I when I get ready for that, you know. So yeah, but I'm celibate, girl. Yes, girl, I am. But I might have to call him over here so we can Girl, what?
Once a month though, once a month, but the rest
What
of the month I'm
somebody?
celibate.
Oh, I go my let me go my at least let me go at least 2 months. Every other month. And I call him over here, girl. Look,
That
man,
tickles me.
listen. Hey, but hey, like I say, we all got a mind of our own and what we want to do. But if you're gonna do it the right way. Do it the right way. Cause it's also, none of that. You renewing your mind, your body, your spirit, everything. It's like
Yeah,
you just like you doing like you purifying yourself and just cleansing yourself.
that's true.
But hey,
Yeah,
but no
so I
girl,
think that's hilarious
no
though.
look, but no girl, I'm celibate. I'ma just call him when I want him to. That's to each his own. To each his own. This is just us commentating on our own opinions.
Our own
Our
opinion.
own opinions, and
That's
that's
it.
just how that works.
If you wanna define your celibacy as I'm celibate because I'm not being penetrated. That's what your definition is. That's your definition. It's to
That's
each
your
his own.
definition.
But we're just giving y'all the Webster's edition because
Look,
we
just
want y'all to have
Google it, because it's probably so many other different answers
forms. Yeah,
yeah, forms of what it actually means and stuff like that. So just Google it. But I say if you're gonna do it, do the purify everything, mind, body, soul, all of it.
correct. I agree. I definitely agree.
And don't be
So
calling him
y'all,
over there.
because then you're not celibate. So don't even tell that celibate lie. Because
That
that
part. Girl,
I mean, cause
I'm just not sexual active right now.
yeah, that's it.
That's
Just
all you got to say.
I'm just not active sexually right now. But a couple weeks ago I was, you know. So
I called him over here, girl. To each his own. To each his own, queen. To
you
each
a
his
damn
own.
fool, man. Oh my Lord. Well, yeah, I thought it was an interesting topic. We go put when we share this to our social media page, we definitely want to get some
Comment,
feedback.
yes, read the
Let us know
comment.
what y'all think about what it is to actually be celibate. Have you ever been celibate?
And if you look, and
Beyond
if you have for
how
a
did you
long period of time, hit
how did
us
it go?
up. Like you
Yeah,
might be interested to have on the show.
I want to hear about it. We want to hear about it. We want to hear
Yes,
about
like that'll be interesting. So if you really, really have, I mean, really, really have, the Webster Dictionary version,
it. Correct. Correct.
hit us
So
up.
yeah.
Hit us up.
We just that was a interesting topic Queen brought out and I was like, oh, this gonna be good. Yeah. So and she definitely got me rolling here. To my girl, he came. I just let him come on.
Look, we all had our days at some point, especially,
Yes.
and I can say mine was in the somewhere in them late 20s.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But like, so don't nobody be on her trying to act like, girl, please sit down,
Please stop.
sit down, all the way down.
And that's
Even if
all.
it was just one. Now we ain't saying 5, 6, 7. Now we just talking about just that one.
Women a lot
But
more than
even
none
if it's
though.
more than that, though,
But
that's
more
a
than none though, women tend to have them somebody tucked away. If they're not sexually active on a regular basis, they got that one person they could call. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Because that's just what it is for most situations. Now, if it's a person that's just like, man, I'm just working on me. I ain't studying all that.
Same
I'm
thing.
good,
Yes.
and that's just that. And
And
that
there's a
ain't being
difference.
celibate. That ain't being celibate. It's just strictly. I don't want to be bothered with nobody right now. I'm
Hmm.
focusing on bettering me. There are times when people take that healing process and do that without saying that, but they still might please themselves versus calling somebody else over to
Calling
do it.
somebody over there.
So it happens. It definitely happens. So that was a good one, Queen. That was a good one. Now we come into our last topic of the day. So
Yeah,
today I jumped on Instagram and saw your boy Boosie Bad Eyes commenting on your girl Lori Harvey and her dating schemes. Now, I don't really give a damn what he had to say about the Lori Harvey situation, but I will say this. When you're dating, you are allowed to date whomever,
Whatever.
however, whenever you want to. You're
That's
not
it.
married, you're not
Yeah.
committed, and we're talking about um a span of maybe 3 or 4 men within a couple of years that you're
Yeah.
dating these amount of guys. We're not talking about 3 or 4 men in 1 year or 4 or 5. I don't care how many you do, but you're open to do whatever you want to do. That's for one thing. Um, but the comment, this is where it gets tricky. Boosie said, and before I play it, because I'm gonna play the clip because I want y'all to hear the clip. Boosie said out of his two lips and open mouth hole that we don't give enough credit to women who stick by men and being faithful to men who are constantly cheating on them. But we're giving credit to Lori Harvey for dating multiple men.
Child.
We don't give credit to women who stick by men who constantly cheat on them, but we giving credit to Lori Harvey for dating multiple men. Y'all, do y'all not really care that women are going to celebrate what they want to celebrate? Number one, I think the biggest issue with that situation is that these men are upset that that woman is doing what men do.
That's it.
And it can't, and it's not taken in the same gesture. But before we jump
And he
in,
probably want her to. He probably didn't try, and she. Okay.
so with that being said, we're gonna hear this little clip and see what Boost Badass had to say. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. I think we need to. All right. I gotta let it start over. And now Michael B. Jordan. What's your take on this? I think we need to stop giving the woman the power, with situations like this. Girls keep saying it's goals, but we gotta start, this is not goals, you know what I'm saying? We gotta start giving the bachelors, the men who running through a beautiful woman like this the credit, who not housing her, running through her. Cause most, like Boo, last time I went to get house, him and Boo was together, like they dogs. So we gotta start, I know Laura, beautiful woman, but we gotta stop giving the glory to the woman. What about the bachelors? And now Michael B. Jordan. That's not it. Hold on. I wake up to all these Laura Harvey fans on my ass. Tell me I'm hating on Laura. What I won't hate on Laura. I just said y'all got it fucked up saying that's goals. If you saying that's goals, that means you want your daughter to fuck 7 or 8, 9 niggas in a couple months in the industry. If that's goals, if that's cool with you for your daughter doing that, then I can't say shit. But what's wrong with y'all motherfuckers is y'all salute the woman who get passed around, but y'all dog the woman who stick by they nigga when they nigga fuck over. Y'all dog the real bitches who stick by they nigga. You heard me? But y'all salute the bitches who go from hand to hand. The world fucked up. But the woman who stick by her nigga, find her one nigga. That's a I ain't never heard of such ignorant shit before in my damn life. But Queen, what you got to say about that?
Child, like you don't know if that young lady getting passed around, and if she
That
is,
man
and
said,
that's what she want to do, that let her do what she want to do. Look, y'all need, just like he just said, y'all dog the female. I don't know nobody that's dogging a female because she's still with the nigga that been cheating on her. Nobody ain't dogging her. Only thing we didn't say is don't be coming to us complaining about this nigga cheating on you and what you gonna do and leave when he cheating on you and you know he cheating on you and you continue to deal with it. That's what we saying. We don't want to hear that because we hearing the same thing over and over that you're gonna leave and you won't never leave. So that's what we talking about. But what Boots talking about, Boots need to be quiet. He really need to be quiet. Like, I get what you saying, but you ain't really making no sense because nobody ain't dogging no female out that's nigga cheating on her at all. But why you hating on this 20-something-year-old girl? This is a young lady. Man, she ain't married to nobody. If she want to see what she can fit in and get the and if she got to go through several niggas to get to her king, baby, do what you do. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Look, hey, I ain't mad at you. Look, she 20-something years old. She don't need to be settled down to nobody right now. I tell my 20-year-old daughter that, man, look, you don't need to be settled down with nobody right now. Child, look, enjoy life, live it. So he's saying it's okay for his daughters to be sitting up waiting on a man while he out here cheating on them.
That's what he said. He ain't saying it. He said it. Now that's the part. Okay, that made him illiterate in my book.
I
But
mean, like, very, very.
that was an illiterate ass statement. But
That was dumb.
my point is, you're lying for attention. You literally said that this woman dated 6 or 7 niggas in a year. That's not even
That's
true.
not true.
For one. Number two, another thing is, I know why men be upset about stuff. That woman ain't dating broke ass niggas.
What I just said, nigga, you must try to get at her and she turned you down. Cause
So
niggas will do stuff like that.
it sounds to me like, I don't have a problem with a man speaking their mind if a man living in that capacity.
Yeah.
But I don't want to hear a man that's knocking down. You talk about 7 men she might have dated in a year, and we're talking about you probably fucking 7 to 8 women in a month.
In a day.
We talking about the same man that brought women grown ass women into his house for his 13, 14-year-old son to lose his virginity to. We're talking about a man that has constantly rapped and sold his albums based off demonizing and ripping to shreds women.
That part.
Doing what he's saying Lori Harvey is doing. And you said that you mad because people are saying that's goals. For one, I don't follow nobody as relationship goals in life, no goals. I got my own damn goals. I might admire where you going with yourself and support you and help boost you up. But baby, nobody is goals to me. For one. So real women, and when he keep talking about this and this and that, you talking about bitches and hoes, meaning that you ain't talking about no grown ass woman.
No, you ain't talking about no true
For
queen.
one. So, but to listen to him and
ignorance
and know that people are reposting that with the idea that they believe in that same message, I fear for more and more of the kids that are growing up with my children.
That's
the
crazy.
shit that they being taught. And
now the churn. Now we go back. Now see, now we can go back to standards.
That's why I said this
no
all
standards.
the topics go into the standard zone.
No
Lord,
standards.
And what it seems to me is Lori has set herself on a standard list. And we not talk about y'all sitting up here being mad at a woman who was raised to get money from men.
Same thing that how white women are raised. White women
this
are
woman
raised.
was raised to seek that. Y'all upset with how somebody else raised and whatever she chooses to do, but it's not affecting your children because your children don't even got to know what's going on with Lori Harvey. If you raising them right, they shouldn't even be having nothing to do. They shouldn't even know what the hell Lori Harvey out here doing. That's number one. But on the other side, why are you dumping down on a woman because Future and Diddy hit her? You done fuck girls. You probably got a baby mama that done had sex with one of your friends,
Cousin, aunt,
cousins,
uncle.
P. I mean, like that. The messenger,
Stupid.
and we
Stupid.
always say people don't listen to the message because of the messenger. That right there is a reason why.
That's
That
why. True
that
statement. True statement.
that
True statement.
that's a reason why. Because even when you got a real message, you got people that come behind with bullshit messages like that overcrowd and overshadow the real message because everybody want to agree with the BS because it's because of the celebrity that's giving it.
Hmm.
I'm disappointed.
Let that girl do what she want to do. Like her mama was about that money, so she gonna make sure her daughter's gonna be about that money. And it ain't nothing wrong with telling your daughter how to date and that she need to aim. If that's what it is,
But
that's what it
because
is.
and that's
Cause
because
she ain't gonna.
she
You got
bringing
to
as
think
much to
about
the
it.
table though. We talking about somebody who has been put in a position, got her
That
own
part.
business and own stuff going on as well. She's been put in a position to date men of that realm because why would she date a Bootsy? Even with her dating Future realm of money and power is different than Boosie realm of power. Obviously, she's looking for power men. That's her
Hmm.
choice.
Cause she dated Diddy and she dated Diddy's son too. So come on.
So we literally like that was nasty.
Yeah, that
But
was because you
but to
dated the
each their
son.
own. But
Yeah,
it still goes
to
back
each
to
his
the
own.
point though. It still stays on point though, Queen, with the fact that we're sitting around here being judgmental about a woman that done been with maybe a couple different men in a couple different years and
Hmm.
comparing that to you, because I'm gonna compare it to you. I'm gonna say
But she ain't like no, but she ain't no different from anybody else that's in the industry. That
she ain't no
then
different than regular she ain't no different than regular
yeah, and a
females.
regular chick out here on the street.
They
So
fucking
it's
more than
like
that.
like who cares? If
He
look,
he did.
he did.
He
Like I
did.
say, he didn't try to holler and she didn't turn him down.
He cared
That's
too
what it
much.
is.
He cared
Because
too much for me though.
I ain't gonna say men, little boys will do stuff like that.
Talking about, talking about, then you go over Diddy house and Bo over there talking about when he hit. Who gives a fuck? You think that girl care that Future and Diddy discussing her if she done did it with Diddy's son?
She got look,
That mean that her
she
stand
got
that mean
something out of all of them.
and
Lavish
irregardless,
trip,
that's her
everything.
standard. That's her standard. We don't
That's
have to
her
agree
standard.
with it. We don't have to agree with it. We just don't have to sit up here and make it our business.
Because it's not our business. It's really not.
And then you talk about people upset talking about she goals. Boosie, I done heard people say you was goals. I ain't never understood that. I would I never will. Like you are
Bootsy
an
is gold.
entertainer. You are an entertainer, Boosie.
Bootsy gold. Child, please.
You took your grown ass over. You don't even make good decisions. You took your grown behind over there after that boy got gunned down in the street to go try to talk to some people like you got um street pull like that still and got shot and got put in a wheelchair. So you're not even making good decisions for yourself. And you trying to tell somebody who to have goals for?
Man,
Like,
please.
let's be serious. You had my basic point about Boosie is Boosie shouldn't have opened his damn mouth about this.
Period. 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 Point blank. He should have just kept his mouth closed.
His opinion shouldn't have been something that people were seeking. And I don't think they was. I just think they because the man was interviewing him, he felt the need to
Yeah.
ask them about it. But
And that
some
was, that's current and that's what's going on. So he be
yeah.
asking a lot of questions, which I like. I can't think of it. I like watching him when he
It's
be
what
doing
his
his
name,
interviews.
Vlad. It was on Vlad TV, so I know
Glad TV, yeah,
yeah. So I know he is. It's just, and I think that he keeps the conversations going for these
yeah. Because
particular reasons. That's
he be asking some questions, boy. You be like, some don't be wanting to answer, but he really asks the questions that you want to hear, and some questions that you'll be like, dang, I ain't think about that. Like even ask somebody something like that. But yeah, I
I,
like that.
I know one thing. He shouldn't open up his mouth about it. He should
If you
let
don't know what to talk about, just
this man said, remember y'all the
shut your
basis
mouth.
of why we brought this conversation up. This man said he'd rather a woman get credit
Heard it.
for being loyal to a man who doing her wrong, cheating or whatever he doing in the street. We don't give enough credit to those type of women, but we giving credit to Lori Harvey
That been passed around.
that been passed around.
Well, since he been passed around.
Yeah, but it was bottom feeding ass hoes. That's what it is. When you, yeah, they don't feel like it's nothing, and they see men like to be superior in their situations.
Yeah,
They like to get with women
that's true.
that they can control and manipulate. So you going to get a
Boy,
woman who barely got anything and do things to her, and then now when you see a woman who already got herself established, going to date people that's in her realm because she established, they're established, or they might be more established than her, and she just established enough, and they feel like, oh, she's a beautiful one,
look, and they
and
after
they
her.
go grab her up.
Yeah, they after her.
She ain't chasing them; they chasing her.
Trust and believe. They chasing her. She ain't chasing them. Now, it might be one or two that she probably didn't chase, and it ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But trust and believe, they chasing her. They after her. And
I'm just
been
upset
wanting
he
her.
spoke on it.
And been wanting her.
Waiting their turn, hoping that the relationship with whatchamacallit
Girl,
don't work right.
when you finish with him, girl, you know,
Just
call me.
like men being regular women inboxes right now. Ooh,
Come
Lord, I'm
on.
so upset you don't
Come
play with
on.
me, Queen. I don't want to give it to him like that, but I
Come
give it
on.
to
Come on now. Come on. That part. All in the inbox.
him. But y'all want to be all, and that's what I'm saying. Like, so
And you
anybody
got
who
somebody.
got a whole wife at the house,
And
so
you
you
in the
want to,
inbox.
man, these people don't have, but you want to tell us who to respect and how to have respect for people. I don't have no problem with my friend. If my friend want to stay in that relationship with that man,
That's on her.
that's on her. Matter of fact, after more than likely, to be perfectly honest with you, being the type of person that I am, I don't even got no friend that's really gonna come and tell me that. They're gonna make, cause me personally too. If
That
I'm
part.
doing something against my character, if I'm going against myself, I don't tell people what I do. When I do something differently that I'm not proud of, I ain't jumping up and down running to my friend, baby. He wrote my, oh no,
Mm-mm.
sir.
Nope. Nope.
No, sir. That's my mistake. I made that bed. I'm gonna lay in that bed. I'm gonna fix that. But
Mm-hmm.
what I'm not gonna do is demonize somebody for doing what they want to do. So if my friend is in that relationship and she's going through stuff constantly, I'm gonna pray for her. I'm gonna keep her lifted because obviously she needs strength. I
She
don't.
does.
It ain't about a whole lot of other things to me, but I'm praying for her strength. I'm praying that she gets the help that she needs to walk away from a hurtful
From a
situation as
hurtful
such.
situation. That
Something
part.
that's constantly chipping at her self-esteem, something that's constantly chipping at her demeanor, constantly chipping at her character. Where this woman was walked around with her head held high before this relationship, and now the relationship has broken her down to where all when you see her, she looking down at the ground. That's what I'm praying for.
She can't even look you in your eyes.
But I'm not worried about discussing my friend in a negative manner. So we
Mm-mm.
don't have to worry about supporting negativity in our friends' relationships because the majority of the time we don't know about that negativity. Trust me.
Yeah,
Trust me.
it's a lot of females out here. They're not gonna be telling you how they getting
No.
mistreated and stuff. They're not finna
Even,
do that.
even if the world knows, she could be embarrassed because this woman done call her house about her man. She could be embarrassed. You think she's still
Yeah,
finna go on social media? It's always the ignorant people that go on social media with these posts
yeah.
about that stuff.
With
It's
the
never
post
the
that's
woman
going
that's
on in their relationships,
uh, so
that's crazy.
everybody that if you heard that, if you're listening and you heard what we played about Boosie and you support that, you may want to go seek you some counseling, to get you a little bit of help
Real
because that
talk.
means that means you probably out here raising your kids fucked up. But
Real
in
talk.
another aspect, think about that man need to really think about, or that guy need to really think about that addressing that he did, because he don't know what his daughters are going to take away from that. He
He
don't know
let
what
it
his sons
slide.
are going to take away from that. That
That was
man
just
got me.
that was just ignorant. That was an ignorant comment. Just ignorant.
I'm really perplexed.
Just ignorant. Look, that make me not even be wanting to listen to his music no more.
And see, based on, I'm a person that deals with people based on character. So your music is the reason why I supported you as a fan. But when you start opening up your mouth about real life issues, and I
Okay.
see you being ignorant about it, then I don't need to support you as a fan. I'm not a fan anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never. And to be perfectly honest, I like Webby more than Boosie my whole life.
Oh yeah,
I've
now
never been a real.
straight
I
up,
never been
hands
a
down,
real Boosie
straight
fan.
up. It's
So
just a
I
few
got,
of
I got
Boosie's
on Boosie when
songs
I
that
was
I
grown.
like. But yeah, Webby always been the man. Webby always been the
That's
man.
who his lyrics and rap style made more sense to me. But
Yeah,
I ain't gonna go into all that because I ain't shaming nobody. I don't got no problems with Boosie. I just think he should have stayed in his damn lane. I
yeah.
think
He
that
should
he
never. He should have never spoke. He should never spoke on that.
man, not man, you can't even talk about the type of women people need to be dealing with when your whole baby mama was on live. Baby, I I don't know if you remember that, Queen, but that woman was on live, and you see her and you like, Lord Jesus. But you talking about the caliber that Lori Harvey is. Boy, y'all worried too much about Lori Harvey. That's what I'm starting to realize.
And
Y'all
she
worried
just
too much about her.
a she a kid.
They worried too much though. She 23. All the men that
She
she
still
done dated been
considered a
in their
kid.
30s and 40s. Diddy Ball was almost 50 when she was
Did
dating
it
him.
was
And then
50, I think.
if he wasn't 50, and so all these men, just honestly, let's put it into a clearer perspective. She's completely being taken advantage of. If you really want to know my opinion about it,
That could be
probably
true
being
too.
manipulated. That child was 20 years old, 21 or something when she was dating Diddy. That's right out your mama house. So y'all want to throw around this type of conversations without even knowing the facts behind why people are the way they are.
Mm, mm, mm,
Just because you want to make a point. Y'all talking about Lori Harvey goes, but a woman who stick by her
mm. Nobody
man
done said no
that done
Lord
been
Harvey
here.
goes.
A woman who stick
Sit
by her
down,
man that
Boosie.
get cheated on and faithful to that man though, being with one man all these years, she don't get no credit. Girl, let me get off that topic. So, Queen,
Goes.
go. you you so retarded.
Talking about some goes, baby, please. Candace Johnson goes over here. That's the goes. My goes. CJ
Right.
goes. Queen
Nobody, no
C
grown
goes.
ass women ain't
Not
calling.
no
Ain't
goddamn
no
goes over
real
here
grown
behind
ass
no
women out
grown
here.
women.
Ain't no real grown ass women out here talking about Lord Harvey is no damn goals.
Not no real
So
queen.
that baby 23. So if you 40 years old talking about Lord Harvey goals, you need to grow the fuck up. That's
That
why I
part.
know he talked about exactly what he was saying in that thing, bitches and hoes. He
Yeah.
described it exactly clearly to who he was speaking to.
Well, that's who he's speaking to then.
That's who he's speaking to.
That's who he's speaking to.
And obviously he raising his kids to be that, because if he's so worried about Lori Harvey, you talking about he raising, that's what he putting in his kids' mind about that woman shit,
Mm-hmm.
about who you be faithful to. You should be little girl. What Aviana, be faithful to the nigga who be your ass. Be faithful to the nigga who choking you out every now and then.
Who got them bitches in it?
Because he telling you he love you every other day.
He going
Girl,
to buy you a handbag and all that foolishness.
I ain't got time. And I ain't raising my kids to be to let no celebrity be their goals anyway.
Oh
We
no.
don't rock like that over here. So
No. No.
so they will not be included in your bitches and hoes rant either.
No. No. Nobody ain't got time for that.
No, no. So, Queen, what's our what we closing out with today, Queen? Because Booster
Oh,
done ran our
y'all,
blood pressure.
write down your visions, write down your goals. And man, just continue to be positive, man. Look, we almost at the end of February. We getting ready to fall into this spring. People do their spring cleaning, all of that type of stuff. Some starting early because it has been very nice outside. But y'all, look, it ain't too late to get what you want. It ain't
Right.
too late to do them goals that you didn't wrote down. It ain't too late to change that mindset so you can be set to another level in life, financially, mentally, spiritually, all of that stuff. Change your mindset, you change your life. Your life will be better. So continue to write, continue to journal, record yourself, whichever one you want to do, recording yourself on your phone, writing, whichever one, and continue to do you some affirmations every morning. Start that morning off the right way so you can have a positive day. And when you start off on Monday, Sunday, whatever day you call the first day of the week, when you start that day off, more than likely you'll have a positive week. But man, just do it on a daily basis. Do it on a daily basis. Set that set the
Stay
set the
affirmed.
tone for the rest of the day. And you want that
Definitely
tone to
stay
be
affirmed.
positive. You want it to be positive. Got to be.
Definitely stay affirmed. Definitely stay affirmed. Is and you're if you're on a on the fence about how you want to start affirming yourself, start off with some I ams. I am
Yeah.
strong. I am beautiful. I am talented. I am better every day. You can start off with just simple I ams just to get you to learning how to affirm yourself, because it does
Mm-hmm.
take a little time to learn what it is about you that you're seeking, especially if you don't have it in perspective already. Um, Everybody's upbringings were different. And, a lot of us are still at a point where we're still bouncing back from childhood traumas,
That's
childhood
true.
situations, or even current situations that have put you back in a traumatic situation or a traumatic box. And you're trying to climb your way out of it. So, to start affirming yourself, start telling yourself what you love about yourself, simple things. And then that'll help lead to more of your goals, the affirmations of your goals, the affirmations of your long-term situations, things that you have, and plan for yourself. That definitely will help with that. So I agree with Queen. Keep affirming yourself. Journal. She definitely um, is big on the journaling thing, and I'm telling you she is, y'all, because I promise you, anytime she gets me a good trinket or something, it's a journal.
Journal.
A journal is involved because she's serious.
You
She's
got the
serious
right
about that.
one. And I haven't wrote none this week, but I got so much in my head that I'm gonna just sit down, record it, and then go back and write it. Because that's how I usually do mine. I record it on my phone because I'm in between work, record it, and I just go back and I journal it. But I always date it. I date it every time. But
Yeah,
I'm telling you, like I write from even like what I learned on Sunday in church. I write all of it, everything that they have coming up on the screen. I write it down because I got a book. I can give somebody that book. It's prayers, everything that I didn't wrote down just from doing Bible study in church.
mm,
Scriptures, everything, the whole sermon. What was the title? All of it. I got in this book. I'm almost finished with it. I had that book since like 2015.
right, right.
So yeah, journal, y'all. Thank y'all for watching Shelby's World
Definitely
Podcast.
thank y'all for watching. And before we jump out, remember this: if the feelings are mutual, the effort will be equal. We love y'all. We like y'all. We salute y'all for always joining us and supporting us. Thank y'all. Have a wonderful rest of the week.
Yes.
And we will check y'all out next week. All right.
Peace.
Peace.